Precision work by a Ukrainian pilot flying an FPV drone in a dense forest in the Lyman direction. And no, this is not a routine flight or footage from an ordinary drone. This is the work of a UAV operator who professionally maneuvers between trees and branches, skillfully flying through the thickets. In this case, every branch could spell the end of the mission, so only steel nerves, strong nerves, and skill come into play. Following the trail of enemy objects, the drone flies closer and closer. This drone carries a single projectile that detonates upon contact with an object, and there are many such objects in this forest. Here comes the prey running away. The drone turns around and follows it, continuing to maneuver. And here comes the long-awaited moment. A direct hit to the back of a Russian soldier. Here, a Russian soldier on a motorcycle is riding into battle. An FPV drone ends the ride with a precise strike. This soldier was first shot by assault troops, and then the pilots, as usual, blew him to pieces. He decided to take a break right in the field, and right in the field, he got hit. These two sneak along the landing strip after several explosions. They are all eliminated. This occupier had the best hiding place lying in plain sight. First, it worked, and then the FPV raised it to the ground. Resting under a tree after hitting a Russian soldier, fireworks begin. The occupier was found with ammunition. But after a series of hits, he couldn't stay alive. This one hid under a cloak, most likely asleep. After 2 drops, he began to move. He woke up, but not for long. FPV eliminated this one too. The next one was found in the landing. After 3 hits, it stops moving. Even at night, things are not easy for Russian soldiers, destroying a moving target. Next are some very disturbing images as Ukrainian FPV drones are forced to destroy residential buildings, some of which were damaged by the Russians, while others are practically undamaged. This is because Russian occupiers are hiding in houses where ordinary residents lived before the invasion. But due to the fighting in these areas, they were forced to leave their homes, leaving behind what they had built throughout their lives. They had everything here until the terrible and ruthless Russian occupiers, led by the stupid President Putin, invaded these lands. All Ukrainians have only one thing on their minds. Anyone who dares to set foot on Ukrainian soil with a rifle must die by it, or by an FPV drone. These images show Ukrainian pilots targeting enemy shelters, dugouts, houses, trenches, basement, all places where Russians are located. Although they are not visible in the video, there is at least one occupier inside each shelter who will be destroyed. Every Ukrainian soldier who defends Ukrainian soil defends the whole world. And the latest news confirms this. This Russian soldier is resting after a failed assault. A Ukrainian drone hits nearby, fatally wounding him with debris. Here, 3 soldiers are playing hide and seek in the tall grass. Russian runner flees from drone. In this case, the diver hid in the river. Another one hid under the bridge. And this one tried to hit the drone with an AK but failed. The 8th and 9th were caught and destroyed right in the middle of an open field. They were lost and did not know where to run. There was not only a Russian here, but also a lot of ammunition because the fireworks turned out pretty good. 10 seconds from the worthless life of an occupier on Ukrainian soil. And here's another one hiding in the tall grass was mercilessly destroyed. And here comes the decisive blow. In this case, Russian soldiers were spotted in the forest. Their coordinates were transmitted to headquarters. Strike drones took off. This soldier was obviously wounded because he was not moving very fast, but that doesn't change the fact that he was destroyed. Footage from a reconnaissance drone nearby. These images show the basement where Russian soldiers are hiding. A Ukrainian drone flew inside carefully and professionally. The shell was very powerful because after the explosion, it was torn to pieces. After the explosion, nothing remained and the Russians who were inside stayed there forever. These images show a Russian road in the rear used to transport ammunition. It was specially covered with netting to protect the vehicles from drones. However, this did not help, as the drones flew in from the entrance where the vehicles enter. The only thing that is unclear is why these cars were abandoned here. Why weren't they taken away? But it's difficult to understand Russians. And here is a selection of footage showing the destruction of Russian military personnel using drones. No matter where they hide, they will all be found and destroyed. Glory to Ukraine.